Welcome back, all my fellow fog machines. Today I'm back with the Starre Pro as promised, and something I've been waiting for to do this review, which is the RTA system for the Aspire Triton. And I'm very happy to say that it does work. It fits in my Starre Pro absolutely perfect. And I am actually rocking a rebuildable coil in there right now for the first time. Since I've had any of my Magnus 1, Starre 2, Starre Pro. Yeah, so obviously the flavors in it aren't quite as good as the stock coils, being a dual vertical coil. However, it's okay. It only puts out, it's under the 30 watt mark where I have it built. I'm sure people can build it a lot better than that. But an option. It's only $7 or something like that. So I'm going to go through the whole review on the tank here, and then basically give you the breakdown of this as well. So, once around, the one thing about this tank is the drip tip. The top cap assembly has these vent holes, so you do need to basically use it with this drip tip. You can see it's got these little holes in the bottom. I have other drip tips that are similar in size, for instance. Let's break everything while I'm... but if you put it in there, it does not block those holes, as you can see. So it's kind of a one-off. You kind of are limited to the drip tip that comes with it. However, it works fine, and it looks okay. I don't mind it. So my only issue really with this tank is if you see the top cap there, see how it's a little wobbly? I dropped mine a few times. It's taken a couple good falls right on the top. I don't know if it's bent something or whatever, but it wasn't like that when I got it new. But that kind of bugs me now. But other than that, the tank performs phenomenal. Great flavors. It's a little bit of a juice hog, as would be expected with any high power device. It likes to chug back the juice, but it's super easy to fill. Been rocking it with the TC coils. However, I really prefer the non-temperature control coils. I find you can just push them a little harder, get better flavor. Personally, I'll let you choose what you prefer. The Starre nickel coils do work very well. However, I'd recommend a device that you can put out at least 60 joules or so. And a dual battery device I found on this one, because you're kind of maxing it out all the time, running it right at around 50 joules. So it kills your batteries pretty quick. So let's take the tank. I'm going to break it all down and show you all the individual pieces, and we'll go through it all. Okay, so here it is all broken down. I took the basically it comes with two coils, 1.15 ohm and 1.25 ohm, but these are nickel coils, so it doesn't come with any regular Kanthal. Shows you on the box right there. 0.25 Ni200, 20 to 80 watts, and the 0.15 Ni200, 20 to 100 watts. So, let's go through the manual. I've heard of some users complaining about this thing draining all their juice and leaking on them. I have not had any problems with leaking. However, the problem that users are having is this top cap has a vent. See that little hole in there? So when you're screwing the top cap down, that little vent opens to allow air to escape. So that way, when you're threading it all the way down, you're not pressurizing all that juice right into your coil. As a sealed system, that's what would happen if it didn't have this vent. So when you're not normally tightening it, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it opens the vent for you. So you tighten it all the way up tight, then you have to close it. Users are forgetting to close it. And if you don't close it, basically it's leaving the air open, so it's not a sealed tank anymore. And all the juice is just allowed to drain right out of the coil. So don't forget to close your vent and you will have no problems. It is fairly firm. Like, I've had no issues with it turning on by itself. In the 3 weeks or so that I've been using it, it's been great. So this is a bit of a different design than the other Starre 2. It's got this kind of slidey piece here, and the way that the juice kind of comes into these holes. It doesn't give it free access to the whole tank of juice like in the V1, V2. So I find that it wicks more consistently. In high power situations, you don't get any gurgling or spitting from it wicking too fast, which actually kind of was a problem with this thing. So that's basically it. It's the same almost in every way as the V2 minus this in the top fill. The coils and the performance is very similar. It's just way easier to fill it up. Obviously, you don't have to take it off your device every time you want to fill, which is nice, especially in a temperature control situation. So, what the rest of you users are here to see is probably this little guy. So this is the Aspire coil. And it's just a little single coil in there right now. That's the coil actually it came with in the box. It's a 0.5 ohm coil. I just decided to try it. Now I think I'm going to have to modify it. You can see the juice channels right there. I don't think they're big enough. Can't really make it much bigger without screwing it up. So I don't know, Aspire. Might have to take a Dremel to it, I think. So I'll take it apart and kind of show you this here and all the pieces, and we'll wrap this up. Just quickly assemble this on camera to show you. I changed all my O-rings to black ones as well. So you just pop the glass on, put the top on, and this is kind of your juice section. And it's kind of cool when you put the coil in the bottom here, it kind of pushes up. You see that top thing there? So that when you're filling it from the side, no juice can go down your airflow hole, which is nice. When you take it out, it drops down, obviously, but it's a nice design. I don't have my coil in right now because I'm going to show you this Aspire coil, and then I will fill it in a second. This goes on like so. Then you got to make sure you turn it to the off position. Okay, so this little Aspire tank, it comes with this little kit, all the stuff you need to build. It gives you spare hardware as well, which is nice. Kind of a little guide on how to build, what your resistances will kind of come to, and the suggested wattage rating. It gives you the picture on the top here of all the hardware. So it's interesting, but it works. And it fits. So they give you some Japanese cotton in here. That's actually looks just like Puff or Muji to me. And you get this little screwdriver, which is kind of, you need this. Unless you have these micro screwdrivers already. It's a flathead screwdriver. And it's made to undo your set screws. So there's one in the base, right on the bottom here. Let's get this in focus. So I'm going to loosen this off. Get in there properly, come on. Okay, so now I should be able to take this off, and the lower hardware will just let go. If you don't do this, it'll twist your coil all around because it's locked in there, right? So you can see kind of how that bottom wire just kind of pokes into that bottom and locks in. So there's your coil and my wicking. Pretty simple, straightforward. Top here is the other set screw right there. I'll pop this out for you to show you. My coil should just pull right out. So, goes to show. Not bad, right? You got a little bit of room to work with. It's just the wicking, I think, is going to be the issue. So I might try to widen these holes a little bit, just to give the juice more surface area, essentially. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back together, slap it in the tank, and I'll just blow a couple puffs and just wrap this up. Okay, so just to show you here how it fits in. Because of the fact it has no threading on the top like traditional Atlantis coils or whatever, it is essentially exactly the same as the Starre coil. Here, let me get one for you to show you the difference. They're the same, there you go. So that's a Starre coil, and this is this Aspire. Oh, uh-oh. Didn't tighten it up enough, damn it. There it goes. Okay, take two. It actually really isn't that hard. I've seen some people talking about this RBA head and how they're having such a hell of a time with it. The first time you do it, it's actually really simple. If you back up and look at that coil, really short little top leg and a long bottom leg, and then you just clip it off, and you're good to go. As long as you set up your coil in the way that you see mine come out, you'll have no problems. It works great. So, screw it in. You can feel that spring loaded. Okay, sorry about that. Phone call's got to come in right now. So when you push it in, it kind of pushes that top piece up. It's spring loaded, but I like that. It allows it so no juice can flow down your airflow and end up in your mouth. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to go with some Wabbit milk today. Canadian viewers check... Oh shit, I got no cap on there. Canadian viewers can check me out at modsauce.ca. Okay, let's try this again. So again, some Wabbit milk. We're only set up for Canadian customers right now, but you can check me out, modsauce.ca. Hopefully in the next month or two we will be set up for international customers as well. You just pump her in there. That's what I love about this tank. Takes quite a bit of juice. I think it's 5 mils. I'll run you through the specs here in just 1 second. And that's it. Cap goes on. So when you start to thread it on, it'll automatically catch in the vent. You'll feel it open. And that just stops you from pressurizing all that juice in there. So just make sure, turn it off. And you're good to go. If it's a brand new coil, it's good to let it sit for a minute and just kind of get that wicking to start. Okay, so there it is, all wrapped up. This is with the Triton RTA in here. About 27 watts right now. Keep in mind, I just washed this tank. There's a bit of water in there right now. That's why you're hearing that spitting and whatever. But I've been using it for a couple days now, and I gotta say, the flavors are, I would say, better than a subtank mini with this little RTA. Obviously, they're not the same as the stock coils, but if you're in a pinch, it could save you. So that is it. I'm just going to run through this manual real quick to show you. This is probably some of the problem here. Is the way that they explain it is pretty freaking stupid. Their translation didn't do them much. Didn't do them any good, really. So it is 304 grade stainless steel. It's a 4 mil capacity. They say the coils, the nickels are 20 to 100 watts for the 0.15, 20 to 80 for the 0.25s. And Japanese organic cotton, that kind of thing, yada 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 yada. So the back here is what screws you up. Unscrew the rotating cover and refill the e-liquid by needle tipped e-liquid bottle. Starre Pro's top filling design. Please do not refill at the bottom. Please turn off the switch to prevent e-liquid leakage when you screw on the rotating cover. So it should be, please make sure to turn off vent after filling. If they would have said that, it would have, you know. So yeah, if you want to read through that, you can pause. And that's essentially it. Again, I'll just run through the Triton stuff. If you want to pause it, read that. It kind of shows you how to build your coil there, as well as this little info card. So overall, you know, I love my Starre tanks. I've had every version, all the way from the first Magnus all the way up to the Starre Pro. I find the coils last very long. They actually are interchangeable now with the Atlantis coils, which is nice. If you got an Atlantis tank, pick up some FreeMax Starre coils, and it'd pretty much be like buying a new tank. Anyway, guys, I thank you for watching. I'm going to put up this Evil Monk next. Pretty cool. It's a little flavor RDA sent to me from a Vogo. Had a couple issues with it on the start, and it's been a bit of a delay getting it out. But keep an eye out for that. Pretty cool little RDA. So thanks for watching, guys. Anything you want to see, get at me. I love doing requests and pleasing the people. So make it cloudy, my friend. Keep calm. Vape on.